beautiful doors. Wow, I like the door, the angle of the French doors. This cute balcony. Ooh, okay, I don't know about this tiling in the kitchen. Ooh. Ciao ragazzi, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Anise, and I'm an American living between London and Italy. And in today's video, we are gonna do something a little different, a little fun. We are gonna do a little bit of Puglia property finding together. So as many of you know, I have a house in Puglia, okay? I have a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom garden villa, 160 square meters on a 700 square meter plot, just a couple minutes walk away from the beach. And that property already is a handful enough. I don't need a second one. So we are not doing this search for me. We're just doing this search as a fun thing to do together, yeah? Anyone who has watched my house hunting series or just my channel in general, you may already know that my favorite websites for looking for a property in Italy are Idealista and Immobiliare. They tend to have a lot of overlap, but sometimes I'll see a property that's on Idealista that's not on Immobiliare, and vice versa. There's also Subito, let me work on my Italian accent, but Subito is a little bit like Craigslist. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with Craigslist, ain't nothing wrong with Subito, it's just not my preferred place to look. The way that I'm gonna set the parameters today is we're gonna set a budget, we're going to set a room cap, we are going to focus on specific areas in Puglia, and because I am doing it, of course, it's going to be a bit according to my taste. I'm gonna set a budget today of 250,000, a pretty decent budget for my audience and for people who watch my channel. I know there are people who watch my channel who can have a much higher budget than that, but let's start at 250,000. My house on the beach cost 175,000 euros. And that property was purchased in 2024. So it's not gonna be fun for me to look for a budget that's tighter than we were already working with. So let's bump it up a little bit to 250,000. We're gonna take a look at 3 towns today: Oria, Ostuni, and Lecce. All of these towns are towns that I have been to before, that I enjoy, and that I think a lot of people who watch my channel also are familiar with and enjoy. I'm going to be searching for a maximum of 3 bedrooms, a minimum of 2. Across these 3 towns, I want to take a look at least 1 townhouse and 1 villa property. So a villa property meaning a property that has a garden or has some land. Like I mentioned, this is just for fun. We're gonna see where it leads us. I personally am curious to see what you can get in the Puglia market for 250,000 in 2026, considering that even from the time that I started looking a few years ago, Puglia prices have steadily been going up and up and up. Anyone who has watched my Is Puglia the New Tuscany video knows that we have taken a look at some of these graphs and seeing how the real estate in Puglia has been changing based on how Puglia is becoming more popular and a little bit more trendy over recent years. Let's not dilly-dally, let's jump right into the websites and start our property searching. I'm going to start on Idealista. Idealista is my preferred site for property searching in Puglia. One thing to note, it's very important that you go to Idealista, Idealista.it, because there's a couple of Idealista websites. I think Idealista itself is a Spanish company, so if you put in Idealista.com, it might just take you straight to Spain property searching. But Idealista.it is where we're gonna head today, okay? We are going to use the option that the website provides to allow us to search in English. All right, the town we're gonna start with first is Oria. I'm choosing Oria first because it's the town that I'm most familiar with. Like I said, I've been to all of these towns, but I've been to Oria the most. So I feel like I have the strongest vibe of what Oria has to offer. All right, here we are in Idealista. We are going to make sure we're looking to buy homes, and we are going to look in Oria. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff that pops up right away, but let us set some parameters. Okay, we're gonna search for homes. Let's see, yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff down here, but we're gonna be searching for homes. I said that I'm gonna cap it at 250,000, which is not an option. Let's just, okay, let's go. Nah, I have to stick to the budget. You see how I just nudged it up there, choosing 260,000 because that was what was available. Okay, Bay's here and he's gonna have commentary, but like this is not your video.
How did that happen?
This is not your video.
That definitely never happened to us.
Can you please leave my video? Thank you. Aren't you happy with our house that we've landed on?
I'm very happy.
Yes. Okay. I have to type in 250,000 because it was not an option. But let's not get too greedy and click 260,000. We need to stick to our budget. Ooh, it won't let me do 250,000. Okay, so we're gonna click 260,000, but we are gonna make sure that anything that's above 250,000 we're not looking at because that's the cap for today. Okay, size. No, we're gonna leave that open for now. I'm not gonna select a type of home. Now, you also have properties that the owners can no longer afford the house, can't pay the mortgage, it's gone back to the bank, and they are up for auction. Actually, there are quite a few auction properties, and those are really cool, but maybe that's a separate video, right? Because you need to have a different mindset when you are looking for an auction property. So I'm gonna say, let's exclude the auction properties for now. Now, when it comes to the number of rooms you are searching for in Italian real estate, this typically means the number of livable rooms. So if I were to select one room, that is not going to give me a 1-bedroom home. It's going to give me a monolocale, which basically is a studio. They filter properties on the number of rooms, which does not mean the number of bedrooms, it means the number of livable spaces. Now, I said that I wanted to look for minimum 2-bedroom property, max 3. So that means I'm going to need 3 or 4 rooms, okay? 4 rooms would be the 3 bedrooms in the living room. 3 rooms would be 2 bedrooms in the living room, yeah? And it doesn't include bathrooms. Bathrooms are considered in this count here. Sometimes the kitchen is counted as a livable room, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the living room, for instance, where we bought, a lot of times the kitchen is not a separate room. A lot of times it's right in the same room as the living room. So if I don't feel satisfied with the results that pop up, then maybe I will go back and I will click the filter for 5 or more rooms if I'm really looking for a 3-bedroom plus living room and a separate kitchen. But let's just play around with this search for now. Number of bathrooms, I'm gonna leave blank. Yeah, we're gonna keep our parameters pretty basic. 93 houses and flats available in Oria on Idealista to buy based on our parameters. Let's just see. I think also why I like Idealista is because you can just click through photos right on the page that has the list. I'm gonna set one more parameter. I don't want to have a large amount of renovation to do with the properties that we're searching for right now. So I can already see that a lot of the properties that are popping up, they're popping up at 48,000, 23,000, 34,000, which is fabulous. But I'm telling you now, that means you are probably also going to have to do a lot of renovation. I'm gonna say let's set a minimum. So let's see what we can get for a minimum of 60,000 and a max of 250,000. God bless the AI era, because another thing that you need to look out for is I can already see in some of these listings, like the first image they put up is an AI rendering of what the house may look like when you renovate it. You don't want to be misled by these things either. I'm going to try to use my spidey senses based on my own personal experience of looking for properties on which of these might be worth clicking and exploring. This one is interesting, but this looks like it's below ground, so no. I am mildly, this is interesting. Between these two, this one for 190 and this one for 129, they both kind of remind me of my house. This one because of I don't know, maybe the veranda and the balcony design reminds me, and the arches reminds me of my house. And then here, because of the interiors and the wooden doors, reminds me of my house. I can already tell with this one here for 190, the house itself is 88 square meters, but it's in a big plot of land. Some people want that. For me, big plot of land means a lot of work in the fields that you gotta do. You will also find a lot of big plots of land with a small house, and not for me. To me, that screams kind of, okay, this was a big plot of land and then they built an agricultural house on it, and now they're trying to sell it. But some people want that. Some people really want to be kind of isolated and alone in their property, have a lot of tranquility, like the property description says. So the house is on one level, has 2 welcoming bedrooms, a technical room, hallway, bathroom with window, living area with open kitchen. The villa is surrounded by a prestigious plot of land of approximately 5,830 square meters. So this is an agricultural property. It has an olive grove, citrus grove, ornamental plants, and this home was essentially built as a agricultural home on the property. It's not gonna be for us, but let's just take a little look. Yeah, lots of land. It's a nice front veranda. The house itself is nice, it's not too bad. I don't know about these lizard decals on the walls, but seems like it had some renovation not too long ago. Kitchen is practical, so it looks like the living and kitchen space are in the same. The bathroom's actually quite big. It looks like you could take a bathtub if you wanted it, too. Here's one bedroom and another bedroom. I mean, if you are looking for land, this is actually quite pretty. There's rules and regulations around whether you keep something fully residential or if you decide to start running a hospitality business. Like, this exterior is beautiful. Honestly, if the property was larger, it would be giving me Masseria vibes. But it's not. It's a very small house in proportion to the land that it comes with. But some people want that. They got a pizza oven or a barbecue back there. This looks very tranquil and very nice. I don't think it's gonna be our pick for Oria, but there's a lot of potential here if this kind of agricultural property is up your alley. It's a very beautiful entrance. The road is well paved. I know we might laugh at that, but like, these things you can't take for granted in Puglia, honestly. Because a lot of these homes will be on roads that, I don't know if we could really call them roads at all. No shade to Puglia. I love Puglia. And it's a little bit outside of the town. Okay. What about this other one here? It kind of reminds me of my house. It's so cute. You see also, a lot of these properties have nice light. That's very important for me. After 8 years in London, your girl needs light. No floor plan is listed. Let's just jump. Actually, let's read the description. I've now come to realize reading the description helps orient you a little bit. Okay, so this is a flat within a condominium building. There's only 4 residential units. The apartment is 160 square meters on the mezzanine floor. Okay, it ain't little. The house, or the flat, bright and well distributed. Welcoming entrance hall, large living room. Ideal for family or entertaining guests. A kitchen, 3 spacious bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, an open veranda at the rear, perfect for relaxing outdoors, and charming balcony. Furthermore, there is the possibility of purchasing, in addition to the apartment, a garage in the basement, either in full or in part, depending on the desired size. Price of the apartment, excluding the garage, is $129,000. Let's just take a look on the map. In the Centro Storico, no, it's not in the center heart of the town, but it's close enough. This is probably about anywhere between the 8 and 12-minute walk to get into the Centro Storico. So, yeah, I mean, on this day in April of 2024, when they took a photo, it doesn't seem like the streets were too crowded with cars. Well, I don't know the situation in this specific part of Oria, but if you don't ever want to worry about parking, street parking, yeah, perhaps purchasing a garage is something that you would want to consider. But just from this street view alone, it doesn't necessarily look like it's that much of an issue, street parking. Let's just take a little look at photos. It's very charming. Oh, that entrance is cute. I love the wood. It reminds me of my house, my hallways. Those are beautiful doors. It says mezzanine level, so I'm going to assume that means 1 floor above the ground floor. Wow, I like the door at the angle of the French doors. This cute balcony. Okay, I don't know about this tiling in the kitchen, but you don't gotta keep it. You could change it. I can't with what is it? Roosters and pieces of ham and honey and soup. So it seems like it has a separate kitchen / dining area. Long bathroom. Ugh, long bathrooms are not my favorite, but you can always redesign. I mean, I think that this is a promising property. Okay, second bathroom, a little bit more spacious with a bathtub. Yeah, it definitely has those old 1970 vibes, but your girl is clearly partial to that. There's what looks like another veranda on the back. I mean, I think this property is nice. Ooh, and a spacious terrace. Okay, this is the garage. Oh. I wonder, because it's a condominium, I think that spacious terrace might be shared, but that would be something that you just need to ask the real estate agent. And then I think also probably this garage space is shared too. Let me tell you, if I'm paying money for a space in a garage like this, I've got to make sure my neighbor's stuff is not going to be in my garage spot, in my parking spot. Ooh. A lot of people do that. They use the garages and parking spaces for storage, but yeah, so this one would require a little bit more deeper inquiry. Of course, you need to go take a viewing, so on and so forth. All right, I think we need to keep looking to see what is going to be our representative property in Oria for $250,000, but I did enjoy taking a look at this property here. Okay, let's carry on. Let's try a slightly different approach and take a look at, see on map, and see the location of some of these properties. And let's see, interesting. Just gonna do a really quick click of what is the other 200,000, 3 rooms, 130 square meters, but it's gonna need some work for modernizing. Also, this says approximate location, like this is clearly a lie because it's not there. It's not in the Centro Storico. If it's coming with all this land, with all of these things, like people be lying, doing whatever they can to sell their property. So you got to watch out for that too. We have something going for $250,000 right here in the heart of the Centro Storico. Let's see what that is. Okay. Might be working with something here. This is listed $250,000. It's a 4-room flat, so it's in the Centro Storico. And from the terrace, it has a gorgeous view of the castle in Oria. Look at that beautiful dome. No floor plan listed. I'm familiar with Norton Tanzarella. He sells a lot of properties to expats and international clientele, so I'm not surprised that a property with this kind of beautiful outdoor space and view is in his portfolio. Let's take a look at the description. Norton Tanzarella is pleased to present for sale a 102 square meter designer home in the historic center of Oria, located in a prime 7% zone, an area with high rental and investment potential. Double access, exceptional natural light, 2 balconies, high vaulted ceilings, typical Oria traditional architecture, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, centralized heating and cooling system in every room. Okay. 2 terraces with double access. And the property can easily be divided into 2 independent units, making it ideal for investment. It was already successfully operating in the rental market. Or you can have it serve as a private residence. Okay, let's take a look at the photos. It's on the first floor, meaning it's not the ground floor. You have to take stairs to get up to it. And probably you have to take stairs as well to get up to the terrace. Well, definitely, yes. Let's take a look at the photos. Really beautiful views. I mean, this is clearly the selling point, hence why the photos at the front. Okay, it has its own kind of like private entrance and its own little building. It's nice. And this must be the back entrance from a different side. It's nice. I'm telling you, sometimes this was not our budget, right? $250,000 was absolutely not our budget, but it's very interesting to see. And also, we wanted something very different. We wanted a villa, we wanted a garden, we wanted land, and we wanted to be near the beach. But you know, my home is bigger than this, right? I paid $175,000 for a 160 square meter home for 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. And we're doing the renovation now. We're doing quite a lot of work. I don't, I'll come back to you in some time with what the final price tag on our final renovation was. But it's interesting to see, like, okay, if you stayed in the town center for $75,000 more than what we paid, you have a fully finished property, right? So this is even super interesting for me to see. Small kitchen, but if it's a rental property, maybe you don't need much. So you have a bedroom right off of that kitchen area, a bathroom off of this bedroom, nice and modern, ensuite. The shape of the bidet is cool. I'm looking at something like that for my own property. This looks like it was a bedroom and then they built the bathroom within the room. That happens quite a lot. I will say that sometimes in some properties that I've been in where this is the case, the sound insulation might not be amazing between the bedroom and the bathroom. Just something to keep in mind. Not saying that this property is not worth it because of that, but just something to keep in mind. the bathroom is not a separate room off of the bedroom. It's a room that was created within the bedroom. And sometimes they have to do this because you have these very beautiful traditional Pugliese star vaulted ceilings, and it can be tricky to be putting up new walls. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna desecrate the beauty of that star vault by putting a wall up in the middle of it? No. So they keep the beauty of the star vault and build a room within a room. But just, you know, there are pros to it, but there are also cons. This is another bathroom, modern. So 2 showers. Ooh, beautiful doors and windows. You know, at least they're honest, you know, they're showing, okay, they got a lot of stuff right now in the hallway, but this is what it would look like without stuff in it. Okay, this is a very beautiful property. This probably is quite a good representation of what you could get for $250,000 in the town center in Oria. It does seem like a premium property. It's premium renovations, and it is right in the town center. So it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms is great. Is it for me? No. You guys know what's for me. You've seen my house. I like a little bit more living space in terms of the living room, kitchen. I really like a place where you can really lounge. This setup of the kitchen and the living room and the size of the kitchen, to me, it screams rental property, like not really a place to truly kind of nest and settle. But if you are you know, a retired couple, maybe you're empty nesters, maybe you don't want to be having that many guests over, so you just need a room for yourself and then an additional bedroom. I like to host, so I like to have a little bit more hosting space, but that said, that terrace is quite spacious, and that's probably where you will end up doing most of your hosting. Doesn't look like there's any kind of kitchen or kitchen-like access up there on that terrace, so there might be a lot of up and down between your property, your indoor property, and going up to the terrace, but that's fine. You see even here, like, the kitchen's a little bit spread out because the oven is on one side underneath the television, and then you have the sink and the stove on the other side. And then I'm kind of wondering, where's the fridge? Is the fridge that little small thing that's underneath the TV? So, as I mentioned, not for myself and Bay, but overall a very nice property for the right person, a single person or a couple, I would say, or someone who wants an investment property to operate as a rental. I think it's great. Definitely giving Puglia Airbnb vibes for sure. And I mean that in a complimentary way. Alrighty. We're gonna say that this is our find for Oria. Hey guys, so we are fast forwarding to the end of the day. Thanks so much for joining me in this video on Oria. We have 2 more videos coming up, one that's gonna be dedicated to my search from today in Ostuni and my search from today in Lecce. And until then, I love to hear from you what you thought about this video, about this episode. It harkens back a little bit to my house hunting series where I was kind of walking through these properties with you guys, but we're doing it a little bit differently now. We're doing it a bit virtually first, and who knows, maybe there will be a time where I go and see these videos in person. Don't hold your breath, okay? But never say never. But if you have enjoyed this content, please definitely let me know below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on what we looked at. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Give your girl a follow if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts in the comments about what you've been seeing on my channel. Until next time, I'll see you guys in Ostuni, where we look at a little bit more of what is available on the market for $250,000 or less together. Until then, ci vediamo. My prediction is that in Ostuni and Lecce, you are going to get a little bit less for $250,000. But let's see.